Holy diver, you've been down too long in the midnight sea. Oh, what's becoming of me? It's October, and you know what that means. Time for Halloween specials, hence the mood lighting. Anyways, it's also been a year since I started hosting this show, and look at how many more episodes I put out than that lazy fleshbag who was hosting before me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways, the Nintendo Entertainment Celebration is still going on, so we're taking a look at IREM's attempt to imitate Castlevania on the Famicom. Holy Diver. Holy Diver was released in April of 1989 and supposedly came very close to getting a US release. I'm kinda shocked by this given the amount of religious imagery going on here. Nintendo of America was very quick to object to this kind of content, and I suppose maybe that's why it didn't end up coming here. But don't let that deter you. One great thing about this game is that all of the in-game text is in English. And there's not much text to begin with, but at least it means when you're trying to pick spells, you don't have to decipher kanas and kanjis, you know what I mean? All the more import-friendly this game becomes. The game is decidedly light on story, but translations of the Japanese instruction manual make it pretty clear that a game called Holy Diver got its inspiration exactly where you think it did. The villain is named Black Slayer, the hero is Randy, the king is Ronnie, and there's also an Ozzy and a Zack, so I think we all know what's going on here. So basically, in the year of magic 666, Randy is descending into hell to stop the Black Slayer once and for all. This is so metal, you guys. If my hand could move, I would totally be throwing up the horns right now. And the visuals certainly show that this is hell. There are eyes in the walls, flying demons, and purple jack-o'-lanterns with legs. Yeah, why not? And I might be wrong, but the first boss sure does look like the Hodag to me. What do you mean they don't know what the Hodag is? This game looks really good for a 1989 title. There are a lot of unique enemy sprites, and the bosses look really cool, even if some of them are a bit on the easy side. And that's weird to say, because if there's one thing to know about Holy Diver, it's that it's an extremely hard game. This game is going for Castlevania, clearly. I mean, geez, just look at the way Randy walks. That walk cycle is almost a dead ringer for Simon Belmont. And while I realize that Castlevania isn't easy, this one blows by it in terms of difficulty. It blows past almost anything. This game honestly shames Ninja Gaiden with its difficulty. This game shames Battletoads. I mean, this might be the hardest game on the NES or the Famicom. Well, that is the hardest that isn't a broken, buggy mess. I guess the best way of putting it is, this might be the hardest game on Nintendo's 8-bit platform that's hard by design. And it clearly is by design. You will die. A lot. Checkpoints are plentiful, but when you lose all your lives, you go back to the beginning of the stage you're on. Fortunately, you do have infinite continues. Still, the game does a really good job of stimulating that one more game part of your brain, because the basic mechanics work really well. Randy starts with just a basic shot. It does a little bit of damage, but it doesn't go too far. You can shoot left, right, and up. Quickly you start gathering upgrades. First a pickup that allows your shots to break certain bricks, later high jump boots, then magic and life extensions later in the game, and most of the bosses drop a new spell. Spells are chosen at the pause screen. You press select during gameplay to change between your default shot and the chosen spell. You can activate some spells, and then, while the effect is going, change back to your normal shot. You can also pause and change magic, and use 2 magics at once. And it's these little touches that make the game fun even while it's incredibly frustrating. You have a ton of tools at your disposal, and there are always more to get. This is also what prevents the game from being a straight-up Castlevania clone, like, say, Master of Darkness on the Sega Master System there. But make no mistake, like I said, this game can get extremely aggravating. I've never been able to finish this game. I have fun for a bit, but eventually the difficulty becomes overwhelming, somewhere around stage 4 usually, and I just have to put it down. This game can be controller-throwingly hard. And that might be another reason this game never came out in North America. I mean, Nintendo didn't put out Super Mario Bros. 2 here just because it was too difficult. It's possible that whatever publisher was looking at putting this out in the North American market stopped and just said, whoa, hey, wait, guys, this game is it's too darn hard, you know? Still, if you love tough games and you've already memorized all the NES Castlevanias, this might be one to check out. But if you're not into games that go above and beyond what they call Nintendo hard, maybe stick to Splatterhouse, Wanpaku Graffiti. Well, thanks for joining me for this look at the most metal game on the Famicom. Be sure to check out OnTheStick.com for our 5th annual 31 Days of Horror Games feature, of which this video is a part. There's tons of articles and all kinds of stuff going on over there, so check it out. And I'll see you next time, right here on Obscure Old Games.